Hey everyone, it's Dom Evans, also known as Dome Vans or the Crypt Crusader. I'm a disabled gamer and streamer who plays games laying down with a modified controller. I've recently started playing a lot of Marvel Rivals and even trying to compete a bit. And I've been uploading gameplay to show how I play as a disabled gamer, but also to seek advice because it's harder for me to learn how to play. So if you have any tips for me that you think would help my gameplay, I can definitely try them and see how they help. Anyway, this game is with Invisible Woman. She is a character that I am learning, and I really like her. I really want to get good at her. But my main character is Cloak and Dagger, and I don't feel as confident with Invisible Woman as I do Cloak and Dagger. So I haven't really shown as much of my gameplay with Invisible Woman. This was actually a pretty good game, though, so I'm excited to talk about it because it's been a few weeks since I played it. I have been a little behind in getting things up because I injured myself. I mentioned this in a few earlier videos. I tweaked my sciatic nerve, but I'm starting to feel better. So I'm getting things up and I'm playing more games again, and I'm excited for some of the gameplay that's to come. But for now, let's get into this game with Invisible Woman. This is the new map. This is, I think it's called Heart of Heaven. I think this is one of the first games I've played on it. I really like it. I've played many more games since then, and I like it quite a bit. I was a little messy here. I could have been a little better at healing my teammates. I did okay at getting myself healed. One thing I've been trying to do in the games I've been playing since then is putting up a shield on the people in front of me, so if I need to get in front, you know, I'm there and I can heal myself too. So it's a family shield. We moved up together pretty well there. I'm kind of keeping my distance again and trying to use walls. That is the one thing, because I can't press down the sticks. My ults are always kind of awkward because I don't have enough buttons on my controller to use an easier to hit button, so I end up having to use one of the buttons on the D-pad for my ult. So my new controller is going to have additional buttons added to it, 2 additional buttons for the stick buttons, so that way I can remap those buttons, and then I'll have buttons, I'll have all my buttons, I'll be able to press down the stick buttons, which I currently can't. Yeah, I was using that Groot wall. Although, you know, if they're too far in front of me, you know, and I can't heal them, that's a problem. I wanted to move back just so I had a little protection until we were up where I had another corner. I tend to play a little extra cautious when I'm learning characters, especially because the one area I struggle with is movement. And a lot of these early games for me are getting down the movement as I get down all of the other aspects. I don't feel like a lot of other people have to worry about movement as much as I do, but it's something that I'm learning as a gamer to get better about. And this is where I'm unexperienced. I'm not really able to heal myself, but luckily, teammate is able to help. I think I'm playing a little too cautious right now. Which is, I must have thought so as well. I like her mobility of leaping, and some of the advice I learned from some of you YouTubers is not to use my double leap all the time, or, as soon as I have it. I've been trying to do the single leaps, which are quite effective, as long as I'm not just right up in the action. And I really hope that as I learn the character better, I'm able to play in the action a bit more. I think that my accommodation as a disabled gamer that I make is that I play back a little bit extra because I know that will allow me to do the primary goal of what I think Invisible Woman needs to do, and that is heal her team. And she needs to do other things, but she has to heal her team if they need her. She just has to, because it's very hard to find teams that win. It's not impossible. I've had a few teams that survive pretty well when their healers are gone for a little while, but a lot of them can't heal when the ultimates are coming out. Once things go down, you need your healers, which means I need to make sure I can always be present. And so I play back a little bit, more when I'm learning the character, so that I can learn the mechanics, and as I learn them better, I'm playing Cloak and Dagger up a lot more these days. I don't always play them back. I will find cover in other ways that's closer as opposed to, playing farther back. But that's just something that I've started doing more, is really kind of, being cautious, but also I do want to be closer to the team, because you don't want to be so far back that you're vulnerable yourself. Groot was a little frustrating with the walls, but, it's both protection, but also I need to be able to get to them to heal. And that's why I did move up, and I am playing a little closer to everyone. I'm hoping the new controller will make my ultimate smoother, because it is a little awkward with the button I have to use. That's why you'll see me almost standing still for a minute or like a second when I'm about to do my ult. And see, now I'm playing a little closer to my teammates as we move up. I was so close to getting away. So close. So it just made sense for me to heal from this angle, and this is part of not knowing the map and also not knowing the mechanics of her kit well enough. I really hoped I'd be able to jump up, and I just couldn't get high enough, so I did the safest thing and ran up as fast as I could. But that gave me a really good angle and position, at least for, healing my team right there. I really needed to make sure I could see them a little better. I am getting better at shooting my vortex. I know that in earlier games that was something I struggled with. I'm still not perfect with that, but I am much better about shooting it out as opposed to always having it land at my feet. I think I did a pretty okay job at trying to, heal my team while keeping myself safe. I love this Invisible Woman skin. I'm so glad that I had the points for it. Honestly, I really wanted to learn to play her because I love her skin so much. That was really one of the first motivating factors, and Gru was so annoying with his walls. And we won, and I'm learning, and I think there's definite improvement from earlier videos. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching.